You make good money. On paper, you are doing fine. Your salary is the kind of number that should feel like freedom, but somehow it doesn't. Somehow it is the 5th of the month and you are already doing quiet math in your head. Somehow you just got paid and your account already feels empty. Somehow you look at your life and wonder how people making less than you seem to be doing better than you. You are not imagining it. You are not bad with money. You are not broken. You are trapped in something almost every single American is trapped in right now. And by the end of this video, you are going to see exactly what it is, exactly why it happened to you, and exactly how to walk out of it. This is the video that explains the feeling you have had for years but never had words for. Let me tell you about two guys, Ryan and James, best friends since college, same city, same age, same degree. They even got hired at the same company in the same month at the same salary, $72,000 a year. Not rich, not poor, a solid American income, the kind of number that your parents would nod at. 10 years later, one of them has almost $300,000 saved. The other one has $1,700 in his checking account and a credit card that he is scared to open the statement of. Same job, same pay, same city, same decade. How? I'm going to show you exactly how, because what happened to Ryan is happening to you right now, and you might not even know it. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever sat in your car after work, engine off, phone in your hand, just staring at your bank app, trying to figure out where it all went? Have you ever stood at the grocery store and put something back because the total was climbing too high? Have you ever laughed at a joke about being broke at work, knowing that for you, it is not a joke, it is a Tuesday? If you just felt that in your chest, stay with me. This video was made for you. Let's go back to Ryan. The day he got his first real paycheck, he did something that felt totally normal. He bought himself a reward. He had worked hard, he had graduated, he had landed the job, so he leased a car. Not a crazy car, a nice car, $489 a month. He told himself he deserved it. And honestly, he did. That's not the mistake. Listen carefully, because this is the first lie Americans believe about money. The mistake was not the car. The mistake was what the car represented. Ryan had just signed up for a lifestyle that required him to keep earning $72,000 a year forever. From that moment on, his freedom was rented. He just didn't know it yet. James got the same paycheck the same week. He did not lease a car. He kept driving the used Honda Civic he bought in college for $6,000 cash. People made fun of him for it. His coworkers joked that he looked broke. James smiled and kept driving it. Every month, the $489 that Ryan sent to the dealership, James sent somewhere else. I'll tell you where in a minute. Remember that number, $489. We're going to come back to it, and what it did over 10 years is going to shock you. Now here's where this gets real for you, because you probably think this video is going to be about cars. It's not. The car is just the doorway. There's a force in American life that almost nobody talks about honestly. Economists have a polite name for it. They call it lifestyle inflation. I'm going to call it what it actually is. It's a slow leak. It's the reason you can get a raise, a real raise, a $4,000 raise, and somehow 6 months later feel exactly as broke as before, maybe more broke, and you sit there wondering what is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. The leak is wrong. Here's how the leak works. Every single time your income goes up, your life quietly goes up with it. Not in huge ways, in tiny ways you don't even notice. You used to pack lunch. Now you grab lunch, $12. You used to share a streaming service with your sister. Now you have 4 of your own, $60. You used to cut your own hair or go to the cheap place. Now you go somewhere nicer, another $40. You upgraded your phone plan, another $30. You moved into a slightly bigger apartment, $400 more a month. None of these feel like luxury. Each one feels like a small, earned adult choice. But add them up. That raise you worked so hard for, it's already gone. It was gone before it ever hit your account. You didn't get a raise, your life got a raise, and you got the bill. This is why Americans making $100,000 a year feel the same exact way Americans making $40,000 feel, because the leak scales. The bigger the bucket, the bigger the hole. You don't outgrow it by earning more, you only outgrow it by understanding it. Let me pause here for a second. I want you to notice something. Right now, as you're watching this, you probably just ran through your own list. You probably just realized there are 3 or 4 things in your life that weren't there 2 years ago. Things you wouldn't miss if they were gone. Things you never decided to add, they just kind of appeared. That's the leak. That's it. That's the exact thing that is keeping you broke on a good salary. And here's the part that hurts. Those little things aren't just stealing your money, they're stealing your future. Because that $400 you can't find, if you had put it in a basic S&P 500 index fund starting at age 25, by the time you're 65, it would have turned into roughly $1.4 million. That's not a get-rich scheme, that's just math. That's the money you are already spending, just point it somewhere else. Read that again. The money is already leaving your account. The only question is where it's going. Before I show you what Ryan did next and how it almost broke him, I need you to understand the second trap. Because lifestyle inflation is half the story, the other half is something far more dangerous, and it's hiding in plain sight in almost every American household right now. It's called access to debt. 30 years ago, if you wanted something you couldn't afford, you had to wait, you had to save. Saving wasn't a lifestyle choice, it was the only option. Today, every app on your phone is designed to remove that weight. You can buy a $400 pair of sneakers in 4 easy payments. You can finance a couch. You can finance a mattress. You can finance groceries. Groceries. Let that land for a second. A country where people finance the food they're going to eat this week is a country with a very specific kind of problem. Ryan didn't think of himself as someone in debt. Ryan thought of himself as someone with payments. That's the language the system taught him. Payments sound manageable. Payments sound adult. Payments sound like something a responsible person has. At 28, Ryan had a car payment, a credit card balance he was only paying the minimum on, a buy now, pay later balance on some furniture, a personal loan he took out to consolidate some of it, and about $11,000 of student loans still hanging around. If you had added it all up in one number, he would have felt sick, but nobody ever adds it up in one number. The system is specifically designed so you never see it all at once. You see pieces, small pieces, manageable pieces, until one day you see the whole picture, and the whole picture is terrifying. I'll tell you about the night Ryan finally saw the whole picture in a minute. It's the most important part of this story.
But first, while we are in this pause, I want to talk to you directly for a second. Because if you are still watching, something in this video is hitting close to home, and I want you to know something before we go further. The fact that you are here watching a video about why you feel broke, instead of scrolling past and pretending everything is fine, that means something. Most people never look at it. Most people spend their entire lives avoiding this exact conversation because it is uncomfortable. You are doing the uncomfortable thing right now. That is not a small thing. That is the first move. All right, back to Ryan. By the time Ryan was 29, something strange was happening. His salary had gone up twice. He was now making $86,000 a year. On paper, he was doing better than 90% of the people he grew up with. But he was more stressed about money than he was at 22. Every Sunday night, he got what he started calling the Sunday stomach. That tight knot right under his ribs that showed up the moment he thought about the week ahead. Bills on Tuesday, rent on the 1st, car payment on the 7th, credit card minimum on the 12th. He was not living his life, he was dispatching his paycheck. And then something happened that a lot of Americans will recognize. His car needed a repair, $1,700, transmission thing. He did not have $1,700. He had $340 in his checking account and 11 days until payday. So he put it on the credit card, the same credit card that already had $4,000 on it at 24% interest. That night, Ryan sat on the floor of his apartment. It was around 2 in the morning. He couldn't sleep. He opened his laptop and did something he had been avoiding for 3 years. He opened every single account, every card, every loan, every app, and he wrote every balance down on a single piece of paper. The number at the bottom was $41,260. He stared at it for a long time, not crying, just quiet, the kind of quiet where you can hear the refrigerator. He kept doing the math in his head. If he paid $700 a month toward this, it would take him roughly 9 years to get out. 9 years of sending almost a full paycheck every month to balances he had already forgotten what he bought with. He was 29. He would be 38 before he was free. And that was if nothing else broke. No medical bill, no job loss, no emergency. 9 years, clean and perfect. He did something he had never done before. He texted James. Just 3 words. "Can we talk?" James came over the next morning with coffee. He did not say anything preachy. He didn't say, "I told you so." He never had. He just sat on the couch and said, "Show me everything." This is the moment I want you to sit with, because this is the turning point. Not a miracle, not a lottery, not a new job, just one honest conversation on a couch on a Tuesday morning between 2 friends. That is what a turning point actually looks like in real life. Nobody is coming to save you from this, but one honest hour with yourself or with someone you trust can start something that changes the next 30 years of your life. Now, before I show you exactly what Ryan and James worked out that morning and the step-by-step plan they built together, I want to take 5 seconds to say something. If this video is helping you, if it's making you feel seen, the best thing you can do is hit subscribe. That's all I ask. Now, back to the couch. James opened his laptop next to Ryan's. He did not start with Ryan's debt. He started with Ryan's life. He asked Ryan one question. Where do you actually want to be in 5 years? Not the Instagram answer, the real one. Ryan thought about it for a long time, and the answer that came out surprised him. He didn't say rich. He didn't say a bigger house. He said, "I want to sleep through the night. I want to not check my bank account before buying groceries. I want to stop lying when friends ask me to go out." James nodded. He said, "Okay, then we are not going to build a budget. We are going to build you a way out." Here's exactly what they did. This is the plan. Write it down, screenshot it, come back to it. These are the steps that took Ryan from $41,000 of debt and a Sunday stomach to something he never thought he would have again. Peace. Step 1. The honest number. Before you can fix anything, you have to see it. All of it. On one page. Every card, every loan, every balance, every interest rate, every minimum. Ryan had been avoiding this for years because it felt like admitting defeat. It is not defeat. It is the first act of taking your life back. You cannot win a fight you will not look at. Ryan's honest number was $41,260. Whatever yours is, write it down today, not next weekend, today. The number you refuse to look at is the number that controls you. Step 2. The bleed. Ryan and James went through his last 90 days of bank statements line by line, not to judge, to find the leak. They found a gym membership he had not used in 7 months, a streaming service he forgot he signed up for, 3 different food delivery apps with saved cards, a subscription to an app he downloaded once in 2023. Small things, stupid things. Together, they came to $284 a month, almost $3,500 a year that Ryan was never going to see again. Gone. You have this too. Every American has this. Find it, kill it, do not negotiate with it. Step 3. The emergency buffer. Before attacking the debt, James made Ryan do something that felt wrong. He made him save $1,000 first. Not $10,000, $1,000, in a high-yield savings account, not his main checking. Why? Because the reason Ryan kept sliding back into credit card debt was that every time life happened, the tire, the dentist, the broken laptop, he had nothing to catch it with. $1,000 in a separate account, invisible to his spending, is the wall between you and the next financial spiral. It took Ryan 5 weeks to get there. 5 weeks of inconvenience, 10 years of freedom on the other side. Step 4. The avalanche. Now the attack.
Ryan listed every debt in order of interest rate, highest to lowest. He kept paying the minimum on all of them, but every extra dollar he could find, from the killed subscriptions, from skipped takeout, from a side gig he picked up on weekends, went like a laser onto the highest interest debt. 24% first, then 18, then 12, then the student loans. This is called the Avalanche method, and mathematically it is the fastest, cheapest way out of debt in America. The system does not want you to know how fast this works when you stack it with intention. Step 5, the lifestyle freeze. This was the hardest one. For 12 months, Ryan did not upgrade anything. Not his phone, not his car, not his apartment, not his wardrobe. Every raise, every bonus, every tax refund, every dollar of unexpected income went straight to the debt. He drove the same car. He lived in the same place. He said no to things, not forever, for 12 months. Here's the truth nobody tells you. If you can freeze your lifestyle for one single year while your income keeps climbing, the gap between them becomes the escape hatch you have been praying for your entire adult life. Step 6, the automation. Once the highest interest debts started disappearing, James helped Ryan set up automatic transfers. The second his paycheck landed, money moved automatically to savings, to debt, to a retirement account his company matched up to 5% and he had been ignoring for 4 years, leaving free money on the table every single month. Automation works because it removes you from the decision. You cannot spend what you never see. The most disciplined person in America isn't a person, it's a scheduled transfer. Step 7, the investment drip. Only after the high-interest debt was gone did Ryan start investing seriously. Nothing fancy, no crypto, no stock tips, no day trading, just a boring, steady monthly contribution to a low-cost S&P 500 index fund inside a Roth IRA. $200 a month at first, then $400, then $600, the same $489 that used to leave his account for a leased car, now flowing into something that would pay him back for the rest of his life. Remember that number from the beginning of the video, $489. It never went away, it just found a new job. That's the plan. 7 steps. No tricks, no hacks, no gurus, just the thing that actually works done with intention over time. Now I need to tell you something, and I need you to actually hear it, because we're at the part of this video that matters more than any number I have given you. You are not your debt. I mean it. Listen to me. You are not the car you leased at 23. You are not the credit card you stopped opening. You are not the promotion you spent before it cleared. You are not the decade you feel like you wasted. You are not the version of you that your parents worry about at night. You are not the guy at the dinner who pretends to be fine. You are not the girl who feels a wave of shame every time her card gets declined at a coffee shop. You are not the story you've been telling yourself about why you can't do this. You are the person who stayed on this video until right now. That's who you are. Do you understand how rare that is? Most people can't sit with the truth about their money for 20 minutes. You just did. That's not nothing. That's the whole game. The people who make it out of this aren't the smartest people. They're not the highest earners. They're not the luckiest. They are the ones who are willing to look. And you just looked. 2 years after that night on the floor, Ryan paid off the last of his debt. He didn't throw a party. He didn't post about it. He just walked outside. It was the end of May, early evening, that golden hour when the light gets soft. He sat on his porch steps, and for the first time in 9 years, he didn't feel the knot under his ribs. It was just gone. He realized he had been carrying it for so long he had forgotten it wasn't supposed to be there. He cried a little, not sad crying, the other kind, the kind that comes when something heavy finally lets go of you. He texted James, 1 word, done. James texted back, also 1 word, proud. 10 years from that starting paycheck, Ryan is now 32. He has no consumer debt. He has a fully funded emergency account. He has a Roth IRA growing every month. He drives the same Honda Civic James used to drive. James sold it to him for $3,000. And for the first time in his adult life, when his phone buzzes, Ryan doesn't flinch. That's the ending. Not a mansion, not a yacht, not early retirement at 30. Just peace. Just sleep. Just a Sunday night that feels like a Sunday night. And here's the mirror. Everything Ryan did, you can do. Not someday, not when things settle down, not after the next raise. Today, tonight. Open every account. Write down the honest number. That's the only assignment. Just the number. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you can't unsee it, something in you starts to move. That's how this starts. Not with a big decision, with one small, brave act of looking. If this video gave you something, if it made you feel seen, if it made one thing clearer, take a second right now and hit like and subscribe. Albert Knows Why is here for people exactly like you, and every subscriber tells me to keep making videos like this one. That's all. You're not broke because you're bad with money. You're broke because a quiet system was built to keep you that way, and nobody ever taught you how to see it. Now you see it, so go do something about it. I believe in you more than you believe in yourself right now. That's fine. Borrow some of mine until yours grows back. I'll see you in the next one.